stay involved and stay active in your government. Lastly, before everybody goes, I just wanted to give these three gentlemen an opportunity to wrap things up with a few comments. Most importantly, I think everybody's got a lot of information. I think the main thing that we need to hear at the end is how do you differentiate yourselves from the gentleman next to you, and how are you going to go out with this?
Okay. Here.
Because I like Jim and he's a friend of mine, I'm going to say I hate that question. And I'm not going to entertain it. I'm just going to tell you a few thoughts about what I'm all about. I'm the smartest guy in the world out in the farm field picking beans. I talk to myself all the time, and I can convince myself of anything when I'm out there by myself. But I know that I am not the place that people should be putting their trust. Their trust needs to be put in their community, in their own families, in their own lives. Don't look for any politician to be the person to solve problems. I'm going to Washington to get the problem-solving people out of there, to get them to quit asking us for our money, not even asking, taking money, to say no way more than I say yes, and to get the fundamentals back to Washington and get everything else out of it. Now, can one person do that? No. But when 150 show up a year ahead of the election, that gives you great strength to say this country will begin that process of turning that back around. We have buyer's remorse. We know that this can't work, what's going on right now, and that what will happen over the next 3 or 4 years, over the next decade, is that we've gone to that edge and realized that Washington is not the place that's going to solve this. I'll give that to them.
First of all, Jim, thanks for having me tonight. It's been good to be here. Andy and Mark, and good to see Tim. You guys, it's actually an honor to be where I'm standing today. And I could never guess that I'd be here, but I find myself here because I'm passionate about what I'm doing. I'm passionate.
Can't blame the spit in the insurance company.
I guess the biggest differentiator I see, and please don't think this is criticism. The fact of the matter is, I'm pretty hungry. And by that, what I mean is, my children are grown up. They don't live in the area they live in Tennessee. I'm happily married to my wife. I don't care. But you need to know that this race is going to take somebody who can go at this full steam. And on December 10th, we're passing my roofing company off to the third generation of my family so that I can go at this race totally unencumbered. I will have one job starting on December 10th, and that is to win this election. And having a candidate that can go at this full time, I've met the time and effort. And Lord knows that raising a family and trying to spend the time to do this. This is a night that I'm sure these gentlemen would like to be home with their families. I get that completely. I'm raising them. But now it's time to protect them. And that's why I'm running. And I believe that I will make a very wonderful candidate because of that. It's a pretty compelling story when I wake up and every time I get to wake up, sometimes it's early. And from that moment until the moment I go to bed, I've got a single job to do, a single focus. That's going to make me really, really tough. So I guess that is the way I did it. But thanks again for coming.
Alex and Michael, you're out. Jessica, I will be home for a while, okay? One of the things I hit Dr. Fagan on was that he came out one time and he said, I can't think about this because I'm only worried about this. It was something like, I couldn't worry about cap and trade, or I'm not going to worry about that right now because I'm on home care. If you can't hold more than one point of focus, you don't belong in this job. Now, this has been a great night. tend to tell people a lot that I feel like what the founders and the people of that time felt like. There were loyalists in the midst back then, and there's loyalists out there today. When you folks are here, you're away. This is a fantastic thing. I don't know what you're going to take away, what sound bites you're going to hear, or what it is that you're going to remember about this night. Remember that you took part and continue doing that. Jim, thank you so much for the forum, and I know we all appreciate it. It's a great way to be able to come into contact with so many folks. As we get out and we get involved in more and more things, the one thing I will say that I think all of us need is we need this crime practice, because it's going to help with the name recognition problem that we all have when it comes to Dr. K. I look forward to more of these. I look forward to some real debates. I want to see Dr. K show up. What do you think? Is there a chance of that happening? No. But you know what? I followed him around to his first 5 listening sessions. Got to the point where they knew who I was. They would text each other as I walked in the door. Kind of felt like Mr. T, Dog and Rocky, right? I'm going to call him out. We've got to be able to have somebody who's willing to fight. I'm willing to fight. I'm willing to get into the ring, and I'm willing to take punches. You're not going to see somebody who's just going to wilt. You're not going to see somebody who's going to say, gee, you know, it's getting kind of hot in here. Maybe I need to walk out the door. That's what I like. 9 years ago, I was working 2 jobs. I worked at the airport, and I was working at Applebee's as a fry. Just 4 years ago, I was waiting tables at Brett Bars. I've lived the American dream. When I went to high school my senior year, we didn't have running water in my house in the wintertime. I know what it's like to be at the bottom. I know what it's like to achieve. That's what I want to take to Washington. Somebody who says, you know what, no matter where you're born, you control it. You control where you're going to get to. All you need is the freedom to do it. Thanks for coming, folks.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the members of the Fox Valley Initiative that are here that helped to facilitate this event, put it all together. I want to acknowledge you.
Sit back down.
Again, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you guys coming out a year in advance of this election. I appreciate more than you can know, all of you folks that took the time out of your night to get involved early, to learn a little bit more about these candidates. We will, Fox Valley Initiative will be involved in this race. We will continue to try to get as many of these forums as we can together so that you can continue to ask questions as events change and things unfold. So thank you again for coming out tonight. Keep your eyes open and look at the Fox Valley Initiative. Our website is foxvalleyinitiative.net. If you go to that, you can stay involved and keep current on the events that we're going to have. Thanks again and have a good night.